Good morning, children. Today we are going to start a new topic, that is straight lines. As everybody know, what is a line? From 6th class onwards you will be learning about this one. What is actually a line? A line is having no end points. Means we draw like this. This is a line which is not having any end points. We can simply write it as a line has no end points and it is represented by capital letters A, B and written as line AB. This is the basic concept of a line. Now, we know that there are horizontal lines like this. This is known as horizontal line. That is from right to left or left to right. That is horizontal line. Another one is vertical line. From top to bottom or bottom to top. So, why we are keeping these arrows both sides means it is not ending, it is endless. That is the meaning of the straight line. So, this is the basic concept of a line. Now, in this particular topic, we are going to learn about straight lines related with the coordinate axis. Now, what are these coordinate axes? There are there is one pair of axes, that is x-axis and y-axis. That means we draw like this. This is x-axis and this is y-axis. This is x, x dash, y, y dash. Then how are we going to represent horizontal line here? See, the line, this is called as x-axis. We can draw parallel lines like this from here to here, another parallel line. We can draw like this, and you know that how do we represent the numbers? So, these two lines are parallel to the x-axis. At how much distance? 2 units. See here, 2 is written. That means here it is going through y-axis. So, we write it as y is equal to 2 and this one is written as y is equal to minus 2 and this one is what? Y equal to 0 because it is on x-axis. From this you can note down 3 important points. First point, equation of x-axis is y equal to 0. Second one, equation of x-axis at a distance of 2 units from x-axis is y equal to 2. It is, see, y equal to 2 is above x-axis, that is, it is positive. Therefore, we write it as y equal to 2. Third one, equation of x-axis at a distance of 2 units below x-axis is y equal to negative 2. See, I am writing here distance of 2 units. I am not writing it as minus 2. Why? Because it is wrong. Why? Because distance is always positive. So we must write distance of 2 units below x axis, that is what, y is equal to minus 2. Now, so in general, equation of x axis at a distance of k units from x axis is y equal to k. Remember this. Till now we learned about horizontal line and how we use it for the x axis and y axis. Now we will go for vertical line. So again you take the coordinate axis x, x dash, y, y dash, here you write, suppose so vertical line means we can take it from here. So you can see this line is parallel to y axis, this line is also parallel to y axis, but it is passing through x axis. Therefore, we write it as x is equal to 3 and this one as x equal to negative 2. X equal to 3 and x is equal to negative 2. Now, note these points. First point, and here you can see this one will be x is equal to 0 because it is lying on y axis, therefore x is equal to 0. So first point, equation of y axis is x equal to 0. Second one, equation of y axis at a distance of three units towards right of y axis is x equal to 3. Now again, see this particular line, it is towards the left of y axis. So, equation of y axis at a distance of 3 units towards left of y axis is x is equal to, okay, there we have taken 2, so let it be 2. So x is equal to negative 2. So in general, what can we write? Equation of y axis at a distance of h units. See, at a distance of h units. H units, see here, this is the h units from x axis is nothing but x is equal to h. Remember this point. Okay children, so this we have learned about horizontal and vertical lines. Here you have to remember 4 points. First point is equation of x-axis is y equal to 0. Equation of y-axis is x equal to 0. Just reverse. X ki y ki x, that's all. Like that, equation of x-axis at a distance of k units from y-axis is y equal to k. Like that, equation of y-axis at a distance of h units from x-axis is x equal to h. Now we are going to learn the next concept, that is slope of a straight line. Already in 10th class you have learned this particular concept of slope in coordinate geometry. So actually what is the meaning of a slope? When we consider here this axis, there any straight line, this is a non-vertical straight line, means this straight line is not vertical. So we call it as non-vertical straight line which intersects the x-axis to form a particular angle. And this angle is anti-clockwise, means with this angle moves like this. Suppose this is represented by theta. So this is called as the slope of the straight line. It is making an angle theta with x-axis. With x-axis, then we say it is the slope of the straight line. And this here we will get it as actually tan theta. And this tan theta is nothing but equal to m. And this m is called as the slope of the straight line. So m is equal to tan theta. So the slope of a straight line is represented by m. So so how can we define now? If a non-vertical straight line intersects x-axis to form an angle which is taken in anti-clockwise direction from x-axis, then it is called slope of the line, that is straight line. That is, it is represented by tan theta, which also we can write it as m is equal to tan theta. Now see here, regarding slope of the straight line only, I am explaining some more types here. Suppose this is the figure, and if that straight line is parallel to x-axis, if the straight line is parallel to x-axis, then the angle formed is tan theta is equal to 0. So actually here what will happen is tan theta is equal to tan 0 degree. And you know what is the value of tan 0? It is 0. When this condition is existing, if the straight line is parallel to x-axis. If the straight line is parallel to x-axis, then you can say that m is equal to tan theta, that is tan 0, which is equal to 0. Suppose now if we consider vertical line means if this it is like this, it is falling upon this particular line, means it is making a right angle. Then what will happen if the line is considered vertical? Then it forms right angle. With x-axis. So then what will be your angle? This is tan theta is equal to tan 90 degree. And you know the value of tan 90 degree is infinite. That is infinite. Hence, here we can say that it is not defined. Not defined. When we take any line making right angle with x-axis, it is not defined. Remember these 2 points. Now we will go for the next thing. Point. If we consider 2 lines, that is, one line is like this. This is L1. Another line you can take. This is L2. This is L1, this is L2. Suppose if L1 is parallel to L2, then in that particular condition, what will happen is tan theta 1 is equal to tan theta 2, which implies M1 is equal to M2. Remember this condition, it is very important. If the 2 lines are parallel to each other, then the condition is tan theta 1 is equal to tan theta 2, or we say that M1 is equal to M2. I am just giving the formulae. You note down this one. Next, another point is there. If suppose one line is like this, another line is like this. Suppose this is L2 and this is L1. Then if L1 is perpendicular to L2, then what happens is you get here M1 M2 is equal to -1, -1. This is also another important point. So when 2 lines are parallel, then the slopes are equal, that is M1 is equal to M2. And if the lines are perpendicular, then the condition is M1 M2 is equal to -1. Okay, till now we learned about the slope of a straight line. These 2 points are going to learn another new topic, that is intercepts. So what is the general meaning of intercepts? Intercepts means cutting. Cutting means intersecting, or cutting we can say, in maths we say intersecting. So where is it cutting? For that we take the coordinate axis again and we see here see these are the 2 points. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. And here see it is at a distance of a units, that means a, y is 0. Here you can consider this is a units and this is here b units. So what will happen? 0 comma b. So here this particular straight line is intersecting x-axis at a distance of a units. So this is called as x-intercept. So this part is called as x-intercept. and here this on y axis it is intersecting or cutting at the point at a distance of b units. So, this is called as y intercept. So, if the straight line intersects x axis at a distance of a units, it is called as x intercept. It is called as x intercept. Next one. So, this is about x intercept. Now, next one, if the straight line intersects y axis at a distance of b units, then it is called as y intercept. I read again. If the straight line intersects y axis at a distance of b units, it is called as y intercept. So, note 2 points here. X intercept for horizontal line is not defined, because the horizontal line is falling upon this one only. That is why horizontal line is falling on x axis, therefore we can't define it. Similarly, y intercept for vertical line is not defined, because vertical line is falling on y axis. So, how can we say that it is intersecting at any point? Therefore, y intercept for vertical line is not defined. Okay. Now, we are going to learn about slope intercept form of a straight line. Slope intercept form of a straight line. So, how it is? So, when we take any straight line and here we are considering any point P which is x comma y, and here this one is another point Q. Let us consider it as y intercept. What is it here? Y intercept. Then how are we going to find out it? As you know that we have one formula for slope of the line, that is m is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, which you have earlier read in 10th class. y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So, when we are considering here p of x comma y and q of 0 comma c, let us consider x1 is equal to x, y1 equal to y, and x2 is equal to 0 and y2 is equal to c, and use the formula now. M is equal to y2 is what here? C, c minus y. Next one, x2 minus x1, 0 minus what is here? X. Now cross multiply these two. So, what you will get here? This is equal to c minus y by minus x. M is equal to c minus y by minus x. So, when you multiply here, you will get minus mx is equal to c minus y. Then bring all this to here. So, what will happen here? Y minus mx is equal to c, which can be written as, implies y is equal to mx plus c. So, this is the slope intercept form of a straight line. Remember this, y is equal to mx plus c is the, no need of these proofs, only you just remember this form, y is equal to mx plus c. So, what you can write is equation of the straight line, equation of straight line with slope m and y-intercept C is y equal to mx plus c. So now you have seen that slope intercept form is y equal to mx plus c. Suppose if it passes through origin, suppose if the straight line passes through origin, there will be no y-intercept. It is passing through this 0, 0. Then it will be, if the straight line passes through origin, origin means 0, 0, then y-intercept C is equal to 0. Therefore, y is equal to mx plus c, which is equal to mx plus 0. That is, y is equal to mx. That means equation of a straight line which is passing through the origin is y equal to mx. This you have to remember. Form. So, again if you take like this is the equation. So, here what you will write here? A comma 0, and what is this? 0 comma b. Then again you write down the slope of the line. M is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Let this be point A, let this be point B. So what you are having here? A is a comma 0 and B is 0 comma B. You substitute here. So here what again? x1 is equal to A, y1 equal to 0, x2 is equal to 0, y2 is equal to B. Substitute here. M is equal to y2 minus y1, B minus 0. x2 minus x1, 0 minus a. Now you are getting like this, m is equal to, so what you are getting here? B by minus a, which is equal to what? Minus b by a. Now you apply the formula for slope intercept form. What you have written is y is equal to mx plus c. Y is equal to mx plus c. In place of m, you write down minus b by a x. In place of c, here this is y-intercept. So, what is the value here? B. Now, so what you are getting here equation? Y is equal to minus b by a x plus b. Here, take LCM. So, what you will get? Minus bx plus ab. Cross multiply here. Ay is equal to minus bx plus ab. Now, you do one thing, this one you bring this side. So, bx plus ay is equal to ab. Dividing by ab on both sides. So, what you are getting here? Bx by ab plus ay by ab equal to ab by ab. Now, bb gets cancelled, aa gets cancelled, ab gets cancelled. So, what you are having here is x by a plus y by b equal to 1. This is intercept form. In the before topic what we have learned? Slope intercept form, that is y is equal to mx plus c. Here only intercept. So, x by a plus y by b equal to 1. So, the next topic is again now Equation of a straight line in point slope form. Equation of a straight line in point slope form, that is if a straight line is passing through any point x1 comma y1, then how can we write down the equation of straight line? For this, let us consider, let P of x1 comma y1 be the point. Then slope intercept form is what? Y is equal to mx plus c. So y1 is equal to m into x1 plus c, because it is passing through the point x1 comma y1. So in place of y, y1, in place of x, x1, which implies y1 minus mx1 is equal to c. Now, how we are going to find out the equation? Now, equation of the straight line with slope m containing the point P x1 comma y1 is. So, how we are going to write this one? That is y equal to mx plus c, which implies y minus mx is equal to c, which implies y minus mx equal to here c. C is equal to y1 minus mx1. So, what will happen? You bring this one here, y minus y1 is equal to mx minus mx1, which is equal to m into x minus x1. That is y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1 is the equation of plus c, which implies y minus mx is equal to c. Y minus mx is equal to y1 minus mx1. So, why? Because here c is equal to y1 minus mx1. Therefore, y minus y1 equal to mx minus mx1 equal to m into x minus x1. Y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1 is the equation of the straight line when a point x1 comma y1 is given. That is why we call it as point slope form of the straight line. Point slope form means only one point is given, that is x1 comma y1. Therefore, the equation is y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. Now, we are going for the next concept, equation of a straight line, that is 2-point slope form. So, here we are going to consider so this is a line. So, here we will consider one point, that is P of x1 comma y1, another point Q of x2 comma y2. So, we are having here 2 points. So, when we have 2 points, suppose it is passing through one point, let P of x1 comma y1 and Q of x2 comma y2 be the points. Let the straight line is passing through P x1 comma y1. Then according to the formula, that is y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. Then what is m? M is actually slope. So we can write here m is equal to y1 minus y2 by x1 minus x2, as we have learned earlier. We can also write it as y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, or y1 minus y2 by x1 minus x2. Now substitute in y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So what you will get here? Y minus y1 is equal to y1 minus y2 by x1 minus x2 into x minus x1. This is the formula you are getting it. Now how are you going to write this one? You can leave like this also. You can leave like this also. Y minus y1 is equal to y1 minus y2 by x1 minus x2 into x minus x1. You can leave like this. So this is 2-point slope form. When you are having 2 points, x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2, then you can write like this: y minus y1 is equal to y1 minus y2 by x1 minus x2 into x minus x1, or like this also. Both are correct. Okay children, so today we actually learned about the basic concepts of the straight lines. First thing was equation of x-axis is y equal to 0. Equation of y-axis is x is equal to 0. Then next we have learned about slope intercept form, that is y is equal to mx plus c, very important. Next we have learned about intercept form, that is x by a plus y by b equal to 1. Again we learned 1-point slope form, means when 1 point is given, then the equation is y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. Then the last we learned about is this one, 2-point slope form, that is y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. Children, these formulae are very, very, very important. So you have to learn this formula properly, then only we can solve the problems. Thank you.